I think for me, my coping mechanism is having my dream, my dancing dream. Dancing for me has been my saviour. And I think it's got me out of the roughest, the hardest of times, because that's my happy place. That's what's, I think I know what it feels like to have my dancing taken away from me. I was hospitalised for 6 weeks, missing the biggest competition in the world. And I think then when I am well, you grab those opportunities. And I think if I didn't have those goals or ambitions, that ridiculous list of things I want to achieve, I'm not sure how I'd get out of some of the ruts you get into with Crohn's disease when you're in, the worst times of a flare-up. I think it's those dreams, it's visualising me on the dance floor or teaching or on Strictly that gets me through it. But for years, I just wanted to be known as Amy the Dancer. I think since the age of 11 to 19, all I was ever asked from family and friends, because they loved me and cared, was, how's your health? And how's your stomach? How's your tummy? And I'd be like, how's my dancing? I'm well right now. Why aren't you asking me about the dance? And I want to be known as Amy the Dancer. And I think, when I'd be in hospital, I was determined. Loads of people would say, oh, well, you can't dance anymore. I used to think, well, actually, you're not living in my body. You're not experiencing the pain, the sickness. So how do you know? And I think that gave me a little fire in my belly to show. And I think I've experienced tough pain, pain where you're passing out because your body can't cope. So when you're in the training room, and I think maybe some would give up, I've got this inner, like, no, I can push on. And I'm not sure as well, if it wasn't for my Crohn's disease, would I have achieved what I have done? I don't know, I think it's defined me as a person as well. Look, I would never have said that if you asked me in my teenage years and even in my early 20s. But now I'm a bit older and looking back, I think it's changed me. But when I first went on Strictly and in the celebrity world, I didn't want to be known as Amy with Crohn's disease, and I hid it. I wanted to be known finally as Amy the Dancer. I'd been robbed of so many other opportunities, or other opportunities where people go, oh, you only got that because, people feel sorry for you. You have all in this, dancing world. And I didn't want to be, oh, that's the girl on there with Crohn's disease. Or she's on it. Yeah, she has Crohn's. I wanted to be, have you seen Amy the Dancer from Wales, the first Welsh professional? And that was quite selfish of me now looking back. And I'd done 2 years on Strictly, and producers and so many people, my Strictly family, were saying, why don't you speak out about this, what you go through? And I didn't want to. I just wanted to show my worth, I think, of a dancer, and to prove that my talents maybe got there. And then after my second season of Strictly, I came home and I had the beautiful letter, which I've remembered off by heart. And it said, Dear Amy, my name is Lacey Ann Timms, 8 years old, and I've just been diagnosed with the Crohn's disease. And after researching the Crohn's disease, I think it is amazing that you've got your own dance school and on Strictly Come Dancing, and made me realise I can achieve my enormous dream of being a vet. It'd be the best thing ever to meet you in person, Lacey Ann Timms, year 5 or year 4 at the time. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I've impacted her. She only knew because of a family friend. We met up straight away. We have matching teddy bears that we cuddle when we're in pain. And that's when I thought, what it would have meant to me looking up to have a role model at that age. It wasn't spoken about. It wasn't spoken about on TV and magazines. None of my friends knew what it was. They didn't. So it was even harder for me to explain what I was going through. And I thought, well, at least Lacey could turn to her friends and say, you know what Amy's got on Strictly? That's what I'm suffering with. So then I formed up with Crohn's and Colitis UK. Helped them with a campaign, It Takes Guts to Talk. I was scared. I wasn't sure I was doing the right thing. I had many sleepless nights, but the response I got was amazing. And I think as well, I'd read so many articles on Crohn's, and people used to make it more glamorous or not really give you the truth about Crohn's disease. And I thought, well, I can actually, speak for those who suffer like me. And it changed everything for me. And then going on to do the documentary, doing the documentary is what actually made me accept Crohn's disease. And now I speak about it all the time. I don't shy away from it when I'm doing a dance show, when I'm in a TV interview or on Strictly. I'll tell everybody. I didn't tell my partners, celebrity partners before. Now they can't shut me up about it. And I think from doing that documentary as well and speaking about it in the public eye, I now, only recently in the last few months, I now say, I'm Amy the Dancer with Crohn's disease. And actually, probably being in the public eye is what has made me learn more about my Crohn's, but speak about it and accept it, really.